that is happening right now, not just in here in TNT, but around the world. And it's an absolutely frustrating time for many people, and art can help in that regard. Let me welcome Mr. Trotman to the show. Winston, welcome. Thank you very much for being here this morning.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
I love the topic that we're going to be discussing, healing through poetry, because a lot of people are suffering right now. We have 8 families in Trinidad and Tobago who have lost their loved ones to this coronavirus pandemic. We have hundreds who have been tested. We have so many people still in those step-down facilities. So it's a real time of suffering. And you think that through poetry that this nation can slowly begin healing. Am I right?
I do. I truly believe that. I believe that through poetry and through the truth of poetry, we can actually collect our foothold in the crisis that we now exist in and coming out of.
You're certainly right. When you look at what can it do though? What effect can it have on us?
Well, just like a lot of comedians and poets before me would have said, the arts is supposed to bring the truth to light in a new format. So it's supposed to allow you to interact with the crisis or even the things that are hard to speak about and put it in a format that is now easily digestible. It makes you think beyond what you see in front of you. So a lot of times people may hear things on the news or have questions about a topic and may not be able to confront it with an unbiased ear or even with proper knowledge. And I believe the arts have the capability to transfuse not only the information, but to transfuse it in a way that'll be memorable and lay a marker for people.
You're a semi-finalist in the First Citizen Spoken Word competition. Now that competition has been put on hold because of the coronavirus pandemic. A little bit disappointed that you aren't able to compete?
A little bit. I always look forward to the First Citizens National Poetry Slam. It's something I love participating in and even observing, but at the same time, safety first. And I do appreciate how quick they were to pause everything when they realized this moved from a minor cold to a very major pandemic.
You're certainly right. When you look at this pandemic, how has this pandemic been for you? Because like I mentioned in the introduction, I'm not sure how much you grabbed of it, a lot of people have been painting, a lot of people writing music. Art has really gone up during this pandemic because it's a way to get away from the frustration. It's a way to sort of forget all the troubles that is happening on a day-to-day basis. How has this pandemic been for you?
It's actually helped me increase my artistic abilities. I forgot which particular painter said it in the past, but they said that they believe all human beings are artists at heart. And I believe in the time frame when we have nothing else to do but indulge in the arts, it is now pulling out the artistic nature in everyone collectively. So we're now seeing the rise and maybe even I would call it a new renaissance in the artistic realm.
You're certainly right. Now you are going to be doing a poem for us. It's entitled Bleach. Can you just tell me a little bit about Bleach before you do it for us?
So Bleach is a poem. I usually write my poetry about what's going on around me or how I'm feeling at the moment. And I came across a lot of things on the internet when this whole COVID pandemic started that troubled me because it made me think and it made me feel helpless. And I became helpless because a lot of information was coming to me and a lot of it was false. And I felt as if for me to sort through my own feelings, I had to write about it. I had to write about what we were feeling and what I was feeling as a person, and then begin to see that some of the false information is why I was feeling the way I do.
I'm glad that you personalized it, but I'd also like to follow up that by asking you what you'd like people to take away from it.
The main takeaway of the piece is to always do your research, to always find out information. Because I think there's a lot of times we would hear something and take it in and not ask the question why and how true is this. But I believe if people were to stop after the piece and say, how true is the information I believe? Is it just somebody thinking they know or somebody who does know? I think we would be in a better position, not just as a country, but as a civilization that would allow us to progress forward with proper information, knowledge, and even better strength.
Well, we're all looking forward to hear Bleach, the poem. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, on your call.
Thank you. Bleach? Bleach? Is that where we reach? Listening to a man talk and speak on a topic he clearly knows nothing about? How profound, sir. There's orange makeup on your brow, sir. Oh, I get it. You're a clown, sir, but who gave the jester so much power? 50% of the truth is still a whole lie. A nosedive into the deep waters of fantasy is a thin line between fiction and reality. It's a deadly game of keep away now. Looking at each other like each sentence can be death, like a drop of sweat is a lethal injection straight to the chest with no final meal, making lepers out of people who already fear the knocking on their lungs, the tick-tocking on their nose, like a bomb that can't be defused, and they have the nerve to look at you, right at you, at you. Let that sink in. The amoeba of your potential sickness, the mental building blocks of your prejudice that use misinformation as a cement and bricks, while it sticks itself in the sun and dries in its laziness. We drive this craziness to the max, placing our backs back on the track of ignorance and begging to be run over by facts we don't know. Just because someone says it on TV or Facebook doesn't mean it's true. I bet you think 5G is making you sick. Do you feel it? The itch in your veins, the tickle in your throat like feathers doing a rain dance in your nose. You who find the truth deceiving probably think it's all a hoax. Think this is all about reducing taxes on boats or trading gasoline under someone else's nose, or something more foolish like the attempt on the life of a man who claims to stop crime, yet all he's done in the past few weeks is yell and complain on Facebook Live. Yes, I saw this on the internet, so it must be true. Do you feel it? The eject of germs, the reject of truth, with hatred flying out of the mouth of opposing sides, hoping to turn the tide by pulling the moon closer to the sun, but advised by causing division instead of incentivizing patience in a time where panic attacks a household more quickly than an illness. Do you feel it? Do you feel it? The sickness, how it took over your veins, made your blood run cold with false information, covered your face with a mask, wool disguised by Facebook scholars that only have a degree in heights and are afraid to look down at the mess they made. Do you feel it? You know, I never thought the jester would be right, but maybe bleach is a perfect cure for this dirty world where no one wants to hear truth.
Thank you so much, Winston Trotman, for that excellent piece. Would you be performing that for the semi-finals of the First Citizens Grand Slam?
I'm not too sure.
Are you working on your semi-final piece?
I actually have 2 pieces in the can right now that I'm just modifying for the semifinals. It's all based on what's going on at the time.
Thank you very much, Winston. Listen, we wish you the best of luck heading into the semifinals, and we also wish you the best of luck in your creativity during this pandemic. And congratulations, by the way, already. You're already a winner. Winston Trotman, the spoken word artist on the Morning Brew this morning. Healing through poetry, a very, very important point, because we have to start healing as a nation from this COVID-19 pandemic. Although it's not over, we have to begin the healing process already. We're going to take a look at some more pictures on our way out of mothers around Trinidad and Tobago as we head to this break, and we'll be right back.